Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome back to Food House Nation, where we're not your average cooking channel. We like to do interviews, product reviews, how-to videos, and a lot of other things that are coming in the future. So today guys, I have something super awesome planned for you. We're gonna be making a roasted almond pesto spaghetti squash bowl. It sounds like a lot, but it's super easy to make. It's really healthy and it tastes great. So with that said, let's get to it guys. So the first thing we're gonna do is get a spaghetti squash. I have one right here. I got this at Whole Foods, but you can really get it anywhere, just as long as it's a spaghetti squash. The reason they call it that is because when you heat it up, you can actually make squash noodles out of it, and you'll see how in just a minute. First thing we're gonna do is go ahead and cut it in half right down the middle long ways, and then we're gonna scrape out the insides. Now just be kind of careful about cutting yourself, because this thing is a little hard to cut if you've never cut one before. My suggestion is just do it little sections by sections. You want to make sure you're using a sharp knife, because a dull knife is actually more dangerous than a sharp knife, believe it or not, because the dull knife, you're more likely to slip and cut yourself than with a just naturally really sharp knife. Like I said, this thing is a little hard to cut in half, but that's just because we haven't cooked it down yet or anything. So don't be shy with it. It also might help to cut these ends off too. See that? I just cut the end right off. And it's gonna help me slice this guy in half. And that's gonna be your inside right there. All right, once you got your squash cut in half, we're gonna go ahead and scrape out all this inside. Don't worry about throwing it away, because we're not gonna use it. Once we got all that stuff out of the middle of the squash, we're gonna go ahead and put it into the oven at 375 degrees. And we're gonna cook it about 20 to 30 minutes until it's pretty soft. So after about 20 to 30 minutes, go ahead and take your squash out. You wanna make sure it's nice and soft so that you can pull it apart. Once your squash is out of the oven, we're gonna go ahead and go around the sides here. And we're just simply gonna scrape the sides so all of that stuff comes out in the middle, and you're left with these nice little squash noodles. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna save those, and we're gonna put them into a pan. You do want to be careful, it is pretty hot, so just be careful guys. Once we're done, we're going to be left with this little bowl. We're going to save it. I have all of my squash noodles right here. Nextly, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add about half a cup of pesto to the noodles. And guys, if you don't know how to make pesto, please go ahead and click right here, and this video is going to show you how to do that. And now I'm just going to go ahead and stir all that pesto into squash noodles. Make sure it's nice and even. All right, now we should have some pesto squash noodles. Next, we're gonna take a sheet pan. We're gonna go ahead and lay some almonds on it. Just spread them out nice and even so that they can get a nice toast. And we're gonna put it in the oven at 350 degrees for about 10 minutes so they can get a nice roast. After we toasted our almonds, we're just gonna add them right in to there. Don't add too many, just enough to get like a nice roast taste. All right, now go ahead and give that a nice mix. We're gonna take our squash that we had saved from earlier. We're gonna go ahead and put our noodles back into the squash. Once our noodles are back in the squash, we're gonna go ahead and bake it for about 10 minutes at 350 degrees. All right, it's been about 10 minutes. Let's take that out. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this off with some Parmesan cheese right on top. Thank you so much for watching this video guys. If you liked what you've seen, go ahead and drop a comment below, share this video, like this video, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel guys. And when you do, make sure you hit that notification bell. That's gonna let you know anytime we come out with new videos, new material, or whatever. All right guys, thank you again. Have a great day.